Hey YouTube, coming at you with teams that I'm grinding with towards Legend. And this one I've been using fairly consistently. I think it's a very strong team. Dragonair, Shadow Dragonair, Lickitung, Lanturn. So I built up a Shadow Dragonair. I had a rank 1 Dragonair, and everyone swore by the Shadow Dragonair. Just because you get that extra Shadow damage boost with Dragon Breath, and Dragonair is already kind of glassy as it is, so I might as well get that extra boost. It is pretty strong. It's hit and miss with some of the matchups with like the Owl and Medicham. Those are actually losing matchups. But overall, it's a pretty strong Pokemon. Lanturn, obviously, is a great answer. Lanturn is just one of the best in the meta. Like, I know everyone's using the Owl, but, like, Lanturn, just ability to, like, mirror match Lanturn, do pretty well against Medicham, destroy the Owl, just, like, keep it away from Trevenants, and you're, like, in a great, like, grass, and you're at a great matchup there, sort of thing. So, that's that. Lickitung, I used Lickitung earlier in the season saying, like, you should use this more. It's almost underrated now because everyone's afraid of the Owl. It just gets walled. But like, answer to Trevenant Sableye, can power whip the Lanturn. Like, does super effective with the Licks against Medicham. So that's not even a bad matchup. So used it. Overall, pretty strong team. I've ran at one time 7 straight positive sets with this. Moving towards my highest ELO of the season, which is around like expert rank. So let's get into the battles. The problem against the Owl and Medicham is that both of them are very, very tanky and very spammy. That they can just kind of out, even with this Dragon Breath Shadow bonus, they can kind of outpace you. So I'm in here. I'm going to chip here because then I think I can get like Lickitung on this. Or, yeah, I was going to say, maybe get Lickitung on this because what I can do is just like take these counters, take a Psychic, lick all the way down, come out with a move. Unless they have Psychic, and then I'm going to maybe have to throw here. I mean, unless they have Dynamic Punch. If they had Psychic, it would have been a lot better. Super effective Dynamic Punch complicates things. And they shield. And I'm like, what are you doing? So at this point, I'm like, okay, I will just sacrifice the Dragonair. Take this Ice Punch here. I have a great answer with Lanturn against the Owl. So now it's just whatever's in the back. And I'm assuming they probably have an answer for this, but maybe not, because here they come here. I'll take one Shadow Ball. I am worried about like just, I don't want to take too many because like you don't know what's in the back yet, and I don't want to get like too low. I do want to get a little bit of energy because you don't know, again, you don't know what is in the back yet. So take this out, goodbye, and it is a G-Fisk. So G-Fisk is tricky because Sparks are resisted and it takes 3 surfs to take it out. And one earthquake from this range will definitely take you out. One earthquake from whole health, I don't know if it from full will take you out. Anyways, gotta make a call here. I do call the Rock Slide. Still need to get this Surfs. Got to back for the win. So risky call there, but pays off in the ending, being able to go back to back here. Lanturn has a very bad matchup against G-Fisk when it's running Spark, and it wins with Water Gun. So just keep that in mind if you're using it. Terrible lead here. A9s are everywhere right now, and I like this team because, like, again, safe swaps, Lickitung, okay here. I let it go. It's just Power Punch, so it's going to be very tricky to flip this matchup back because of the Power Punch. At best, you're just trying to grab a shield here, right? They may commit to the full farm now, which is fine. Hopefully between the licks and maybe I can do yeah, okay. Force them to throw here. That's not bad. That's not bad. Force them to throw another Power Punch. But look at how tanky, like, they got, let's just actually pause that for a second. And this is why Lickitung's kind of so strong that you're doing super effective with the licks. So they got super effective with the stab counter. I'm doing non-stab licks. They're doing stab counters, and they Power Punched me twice. And I still took them to like 2 HP. So Lickitung, nice mid-game there against Medicham. Obviously, I'm going to get punished hard here. So I've got to jump out of here immediately. I'm like, come on, let's go. I know they're bringing the switch clock, as they should. It is Charm, which makes this a little trickier. I swear I pressed the surf 3 times there, and it did not register. So I'll have to shield anything up just because, like, even if it's a Weather Ball that's resisted, these Charms are what's going to do the main damage. And I need to start grabbing some shields here. So chip it. They're standing here. Okay, this time it actually allows me to go through, so that's good. This will probably grab a shield, because otherwise it's going to put them, maybe take them out. And they finally come into Bastiodon. So Bastiodon's okay here, but not when you're so low. So I'm going to get another one off here, which is great. At this point, I'm going to try and get a third one off and commit to the farm down. Okay, they get through it, which is fine. I've got to commit to the farm down here with the Dragon Breath. And this is resisted on the steel Dragon Breath here. Absolutely chunking this Bastiodon. Super tanky Bastiodon. Resisted. I now have 2 moves. I needed 2 because I need 2 moves to throw at this because these charms are going to just destroy me. So there's 1 back to back here. Take it out. Dragon Breath is going to do the rest of the damage here. They've actually beat close. Yeah, I was about to say they're at like 1 HP. So Dragonair, beasting through the Bastiodon there. Again, this matchup's tricky because again, if they have Ice Punch, they're gonna KO you. So you have to shield, and they're gonna outpace you to these body slams. They eventually give it up to Lickitung, and this is one of these things where I'm like, okay, Lickitung's tanky. I need to chip it a bit, and then have a move coming out, and now get my own Lickitung on it. Because what that does is just allow me to like chip this enough that I'm gonna keep switch here. Not that I need to keep switch against Medicham, but keep switch, have likely energy coming out of this to a certain extent, and then I can lick and body slam the Medicham, hopefully just to do some chip damage there to try and grab a shield here. Because the problem is licks are resisted. I'm still probably gonna need 2 body slams on this to take this out. Yeah, most definitely. So I don't mind getting super low because I'd rather Medicham not get a bunch of farm. And they come Bastiodon. So this is, again, not great. You're not rough against Bastiodon because the Lanturn of Spark and Surf does okay. Dragonair, as you saw with the Dragon Breath damage, does okay. Problem is, you're not in an okay situation when you're down a shield here and they can just take these multiple Surfs and maybe have Medicham sweep is the only issue. So I'm going to get this off. I should be able to get 1 more off before they get a move to force a shield. Or they're going to shield early here, which is fine. But the problem is the damage is done and Medicham still has half health. And it's going to... And all my Pokemon are really low here. End up CMP tying, which is great. Because this will do chip damage or force the last shield. Force the last shield. What's the best? I think I have to shield. Because, again, Dragonair is already so low. Lickitung is already so low. I'm going to try and bank a Surf. Yeah, bank a Surf. Come in here. Let the Lickitung absorb the move. I need that Surf banked for the Medicham. Dragonair is going to come and farm down. I have moves here. I have moves for on my Lanturn. Medicham comes back in. I will get this Body Slam off. I do not think I'm going to get to another one before they take me out, unfortunately. But I have the Surf banked. Can throw the Surf, and now I need, looks like 4 more sparks to get to a Surf before I'm taken out by the Smackdowns. And Lanturn is just crazy good in this league. So get to the Surf. Tons of jumping around there, but good energy management there. Again, I am now seeing A9s everywhere. Shadow version, I'm seeing a lot more of too. Lickitung, again, you have decent answers in the back with Lickitung and stuff like that. But they are staying in here, which is okay. I'm worried about Dazzling Gleam, so I do shield, so that's a good shield there. Trevenant comes in. So Trevenant's an interesting one in the fact that you're doing super effective with the licks here. They're resisted claws, so they can only throw seed bombs, but those seed bombs will add up. Terrible against Lanturn. You only have the licks here. Everything is resisted here, Body Slam and Power Up, and everything is resisted with your Body Slam and Aqua Tail and your Dragonair. Right? So it's a rough matchup. I'm just going to let this go because it's essentially useless for me against the Ninetales. So I just wanted to sacrifice that, have some energy here, have a move here, and then we'll have to see what's in the back. If I remember, it's a Medicham with 2 shields, and it's probably going to just run all over me. Swampert. Swampert's even worse. Swampbird's even worse against my backline. I mean, a backline that has your Lickitung super low, and now it's loaded with energy, and it has a shield advantage, and they're going to farm down, and this game's over. Because they're going to have 2 Earthquakes, essentially. And I need 2 Surfs. Shield, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. So I'm going to lose this game. That's just kind of tricky. Again, bad lead. They took me down enough with their A9 that they didn't then kind of finish me off and deal with that. And I had to jump around a lot, so not too much I could do. Skrelp, again, not Skrelp, the Dragulge. But look at how much that adds up. And they catch a Body Slam on the Sableye, so nice catch. Good news is I got a nice answer for Sableye, resisting the claws, doing neutral lick damage. Problem is foul plays do add up, and this is why I still love Sableye in this league. These foul plays, even in bad situations against Lickitung and against the Owl, like it's still the foul plays chunk. So great safe swap. Claw is such a good move, even if it's resisted. Like still energy generation is good. I shield thinking it may be like they may only have 1 move to throw, so I'm gonna throw out shield 1. They get to a move, that's fine. I'm pretty tanky, so I should be able to take whatever move this is with ease. Oh my goodness. Lickitung is tanky. So they shield, which is interesting because it's already so low and I already have so much energy. So I don't know why they're shielding. I guess they're nervous with, it could be double Ghost in the back. It could be Dragulge in the back, and Trevenant in the back. Sableye, double Ghost in the back could be a lineup, which is why they're worried about it. So they're trying to take me out here. Coming here. Okay, so it is double Ghost, but not the double Ghost I expected, which is good because now Lanturn, a couple Thunderbolts here will easily take this out. You could survive a Shadow Ball with ease here, but just shielding because I have a shield, so might as well use it, and this game is over already. So yeah, balanced team. Again, I always go with like, what do you have against the meta? So like Lanturn, great answer for the Owl. Dragonair does okay. Lickitung, great answer for Sableye and Trevenant, and does okay against Medicham and Lanturn. Dragonair is a great answer for like Swampert, and it can hang in there with the Owl and Medicham, and a good answer for Lanturn. So overall, pretty well balanced. Team strong. I already remember this matchup. It's good. It's good unless you run up against a triple counter team, and then you have no option. Then you're like in big trouble. So Obstagoon lead, Defense Deoxys, and Medicham is going to be real rough for my team here. So we'll play this out, and I think there's one more battle after this to showcase the team. But yeah, it's a pretty strong team. I like it. I do have another team that I tried, which was fun. I did, because everyone was saying Chestnut. So I tried it, and it does, man, Chestnut, some of these frenzy plants, holy smokes, does it chunk. The problem was between Medicham that just like outbulks you and has 2 super effective moves in Ice Punch and Psychic, and the Owl, which just walls you. You can only throw superpowers and you just get destroyed there. And Trevenants, which I ran into a bunch of those with the team. I probably didn't perform as strong as it could have, but it was definitely interesting Pokemon to use. And my video is, I was about to say, my video just decided to freeze there on me scratching my head, and now it cut out and now back in. So video seems there. I'm using this mic for audio, so mic should be fine. Anyways, who's here to see my face? Anyways, you are here to listen to my voice. I know a lot of people already even say like, yeah, I don't even like just have you in the background talking. I just have that soothing voice. I'm like, yes, I know, thank you. So yeah, we will do this, and I gotta hit Legend soon. I've got to make a run. Like I said, I have been making a run with this team. I expect to do decent in Master League Premier 2. So between Great League and Master League Premier, I should grind a bit here. That being said, this is the week of April 26th to the 3rd, and then there's only 4 more weeks after. An Ultra League and a Little Cup, an Ultra League and a Great League Sunshine Cup, a Master League Open and another Little League, which is rough, and then much, much worse Master League and a Catch Cup Rising Heroes Edition. So I am going to have to pump out a bunch of wins over these next 3 weeks to hit Legend here, because I really don't want to. I'm not worried about the last couple weeks. Like, I can build teams for Little Edition. Plus, I do have my level 51 Lugia now, best buddied Hundo built up. So I've got to imagine that Lugia plus 2 of Dragonite, Metagross, Excadrill should be okay in Open. Worst case scenario, I can kind of just deal with Open as is if I don't want to play Little Cup. But we will see. We will see when the time comes. Lickitung again. Lickitung, the power up is great. What this team, I'll tell you right now, this team also struggles with Registeel, because you lose every matchup against Registeel. So if you're seeing like a ton of Registeels, don't use this team, quite honestly. But overall, is pretty strong, and Lickitung's tankiness on full display right there. Anyways, that is it. That's a team. Working very well for me. You don't have to use Dragonair. I just think it's kind of a strong Pokemon. I really like this backline though. So if you actually want to use like something else, I like Dragonair just because it's so balanced, right? It does well against Lanturn. It does okay against Medicham. It does okay against an Owl. You can spam Aqua Tails against like Galarian Stunfisk. I was seeing a lot of A9s on the lead. Like A9 has come out full force, and you don't have an answer to like Registeel. And again, you saw how well I did against Bastiodon, but like you're still a little rough against like Bastiodon and Registeel and Galarian Stunfisk overall. So if you want to replace Dragonair for something that can like deal with those, I don't hate that play either. So what that is, I was about to say, can you do Medicham? Yes and no, because then you're like kind of double weak to Trevenant. You still keep the charm weakness there, but at least you get rid of the ice weakness. That's the thing with A9, you have to bail no matter what, because you're weak to ice and you're weak to charm. At least with if you see a A9 and it's running Powder Snow, Medicham does okay, so that's not a terrible option. G-Fisk would make you double weak to fighting, but again, oh man, what is my camera doing? It's on and off all over the place here. G-Fisk not bad, double weak to fighting, but again, Lickitung gets Medicham is not a terrible matchup, but again, if you see like a opposite of stuff like that, it gets really, really rough there. Yeah, and then Swampert would be rough, so I'd advise against G-Fisk actually. But yeah, just think around, play around with it, see what Poke recommends and what feels good. Anyways, that's it. Appreciate the thumbs up and comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.